Hello everyone, welcome to Novels of the Heart Part 4. My name is Julian and this time I want to talk about intention. First of all, I want to say a huge thank you for all your positive feedback. I've been getting some really wonderful messages, how people relate to certain things I say, your point of views and your experiences to that as well. I absolutely love this conversation. It's important that we do that because we all want to be wholehearted people. Some of you have been asking me how I started these videos, what inspired me to do this. So a few years ago, I decided to escape everything, pause life, and I booked a flight to Vietnam. I took my backpack and I hiked through the rice fields for about 2 weeks. But really the idea was to be all by myself, and I got lost all the time. And really my intention was to be in nature, be by myself, think and breathe. And every day for the very first time in my life, I kept a diary. This baby, this diary has been sitting on my desk for years now. So a few months ago, I opened it and I read it. So it's basically a whole lot of scribble. And when I read this, I was shocked how clearly I can express myself when I'm silent. And it's quite funny because it says Moleskin Daily Diary 2018, and I'd scratched it out and wrote Novels of the Heart by Julian Fernandez there. And this whole idea of Novels of the Heart actually came up quite a while ago. And all of these videos that I'm doing now are literally the things I wrote in this diary. Anyway, our topic today is intention and coming home. This was actually the last topic I wrote about. I'm going to start off by reading you what I wrote. I'm currently in the beautiful atoll of Ha Long Bay. I'm spending the night on a small junk boat. And I'm already a little bit seasick. I am literally the only single person on this boat. 5 couples and I. I mean, even the couples have couples. I don't know. These people are all around my age from all over the world. I suppose it's a very romantic thing to do. But why can't they be romantic somewhere else? I have a headache. I'm upset, and I hate that I'm upset. Because this is a me thing, and I need to figure out how to not be upset, else I will not remember this place at all. Now, what happened to me at the end of this trip on this little junk boat is something that I can very much translate to a lot of things that are happening in my life, but probably also in your lives as well. As you could tell, my disposition wasn't great to start with. So we were taken to one of these natural caves, these beautiful, huge old caves. But there were so many tourists squeezing into this first chamber, which was so tight, and I was so unhappy. I just thought, why are we here? This really isn't enjoyable. The next cave was a little bit bigger. It had some really cool natural lighting. But still, there were so many people, it was so packed and the people were so loud, and I just felt like they weren't being considerate of, the beauty that is this place, and I was getting angry at them. The last cave was spectacular. It was huge. It was just so beautiful and grand, and I thought, wow, look at this place we're in. Still, my attention wasn't with the cave, it was with the people. And I was so annoyed that they were talking so loudly, that they were taking pictures instead of just enjoying this natural beauty around us and not being in the moment. I felt so high and mighty and so self-righteous, but it didn't really make me feel good. And I realized the person who wasn't living in the moment was me. I put so much effort into hating on all of these people that I forgot to enjoy the moment that I was in. So, getting back to the junk boat, I continued writing in my diary. None of these people really talk to me. I mean, that's because you're sitting in your room writing in your diary, you idiot. They talk to each other, but nobody's talking to me. I don't know if I'm happy about that or not. Let me take a step back though. I came on this trip to be by myself, navigate myself through this place, organize my thoughts, in silence preferably. That was my intention. And that is what is happening. Yes, there are other people around, but my intention is keeping them away from me, which isn't bad. But if I'd want to change it, I'd need to change my attitude. I then went kayaking, by myself, of course. And I rowed myself through this really dark, tiny grotto and landed on the most beautiful lake I had ever seen. Crystal clear water, I could see the fish below. I was surrounded by these high slopes of jungle with monkeys jumping around in the trees. It was pure bliss, and I was all by myself, not a soul around. Until this bamboo boat approached with a truckload of Chinese tourists. They were loud, they were leery, they were excited, they were having a party. This was all amazing. They were taking pictures. They were waving to me, really excited to see me, yelling, "Hello, hello, hello." Really? I had no idea what the hell they were saying, but what I did know was that they were friendly, that they were happy to be there, and there wasn't hurting nobody. And that's when I realized, who am I to judge anybody else for not living in the moment? These people were living in their moment the best way they knew how to, and they were happy. And I was looking at everything with my Julian filter. Well, why not just take the moment for what it is, regardless of the number of tourists, the monkeys jumping in the trees, the fish in the sea, the rain, the storm, whatever. Take every moment as it comes. Because that's what I wanted to do anyway. I was planning on going where the road took me. That had always been my intention. No judgment, just go. And all of a sudden I was derailing from that. I hope you're still with me and you're kind of getting where I'm going to. If not, don't worry. I think it's all gonna become a little bit more clear now. Oh, and by the way, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to click the like button. For the longest time, I had this innate urge to please people. I would say yes to everything just to make them happy and to impress, I guess. Now, I work in an industry that is very ego-dominated and full of people with insecurities. So now and again, I would take little stings, little hits, which I would actually consider very sly emotional abuse. And I would just happily bow down and take a step back and let myself be put in my place. These weren't big things. These were a little comment, a little look, a little smirk, But I take it, and I took it because I didn't know one important thing. And that was that I matter. I matter. You matter. But there did come a point, and this isn't even so long ago, that I realized and decided no more. I am a good person. I am an exceptional and talented person. Even though my childhood was distorted by bullying, I always knew that I was loved, that what I did served a greater purpose than just my own ego. Of course, there were plenty moments of insecurity, and there still are. I have imposter syndrome all the time. The thing is, though, that I can always look back and say, damn, I kicked ass. I know, sometimes I cringe when I think about the past or I look at material from the past, but one thing I can always say is that I was at the right place at the right time, doing what I had to do and enjoying it. And the moment I decided to eliminate that judgment from my life, I became so much more chilled and reflected. And I realized that those people who were trying to keep me small were not in touch with their intentions and were definitely not in touch with their authentic selves, but had gone on a tangent. And that's okay, we all do. But really, all of this made me think about my intentions. Who is the person that I want to be? Not expect myself to be, but want to be. Who is this Julian in here? And what does he want to express? Our truest intentions create the situations that we are in for us. Because the experiences that we are having now are the ones that we need to have to become better, more authentic versions of ourselves. Now, a very important thing is not to confuse intention and wishing. A wish is born from something that you feel is not working in your life. I need more money, I need a better job, I want a boyfriend, I want to be thin, whatever. An intention is, and this is going to sound a little, but bear with me because it's true. An intention is a gift for the soul, which in turn will serve the greater workings of life. So what real purpose do these gifts have? Their purpose is to help us become more wholehearted beings, complete in ourselves. And any intention that is born from the desire or the calling to teach, to learn, to serve, to give, to help, will come back to you in full force. And don't get me wrong, this doesn't mean that you have to put pressure on yourself and think, I need to be a good person, I need to be generous, I need to be kind, I need to be diligent, I need to be disciplined, else my life will fall apart. No, absolutely not. That is not what I mean. It's all about being authentically you. And I've said this before, but I'll say it again. You matter. You matter. Everybody matters. And we start doing stupid things when we think we don't matter. We lose our authenticity because we start kissing asses all over the place. And know this is something that I've come to realize to be very true. An authentic person with true intentions who knows they matter will not be destructive, will not take pleasure in other people's pain. An authentic person with true intentions who knows they matter will not look for approval, but will play to their strengths and embrace their weaknesses and let other people do the same. Our truest intentions are those which have brought us to where we are now in our human capacity. So please don't ever think of your situations as a punishment or a reward. They're neither. They just are, because we fed into making them happen and growing from them. I think it was in my first video, Unpacking, where I said I found myself making decisions that felt right but seemed wrong, and vice versa. Remember? I think we've all done that. But when we choose something that feels right but seems wrong, our intention is guiding us that way, because making decisions that don't line up with our authenticity will always seem wrong. They will feel wrong. And guess what? They will be wrong. Gary Zukav says, and I love this, being inauthentic changes the configuration of your personality. We will change ourselves to make someone like us or to have someone think highly of us. They don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need to project our thoughts of ourselves onto them. That's a bit confusing, but you know what I mean? Basically, what I'm saying is have the courage to be you. If things don't feel right, ask yourself, what am I blocking? What am I not allowing because I have this idea or this expectation of who or what I'm supposed to be? Forget that, burn that, it's not important. Everything you need to be is right there. You just need to let it happen. Lean into yourself. You are your own most comfortable armchair. I really hope this resonated with you, and I know this is such a big topic, and in a way it's much easier said than done, but I will definitely talk about it a little bit more and elaborate on some of the points in my next videos. I want to finish with my diary entry, which is also the very last paragraph I wrote on that trip. I got to meet this beautiful place and breathe. With every breath that I took, I became my surroundings. And with every exhalation, my surroundings became me. I was reminded of one thing. I am enough. I can breathe and I can think. I had created my own peace and thus had returned home to my intention, a place that felt pure, real, and honest. I had returned home. That's it from me for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy these videos, please subscribe to the channel to never miss any more content. If this video or any of the other videos resonated with you, please let's start a conversation. Tell me your story. I would love to hear what you have to say and what you think. Maybe you know someone these videos could help, or maybe you can direct me to some other material that I could watch as well. I am super excited to continue this journey with you to become more wholehearted people. That's it from me for today. This is Novels of the Heart. My name is Julian. Peace.